Good afternoon, I'm Heidi Connect in the TV6 newsroom with your on-the-go headlines for Monday, January 13th. As Moline police continue to investigate the theft of dozens of memorial plaques from along Ben Butterworth Parkway, the Parks Department says it will need help from the public identifying which plaques are missing. Police arrested Jesse Hayes last week. They say in December he took 65 bronze plaques from along the riverfront path and sold them for scrap. The plaques had been bolted at the base of trees and benches as memorials to lost loved ones. Today, the Parks Department gave an update on what's being done to replace them. City staff is doing an inventory, trying to identify all the plaques that are missing so they can order replacements. If you had a memorial along the pathway, they would like you to check to see if it's still there. If it isn't, contact the Parks Department. City officials say they won't be able to reach out to people individually because the plaques are 20 to 40 years old, and they no longer have the paperwork. Once they have identified which plaques are missing, they will order replacements, but say it will take 3 to 4 months to get the new ones, and additional time to install them. A South Dakota man says the LeClaire boat dealer is to blame after he was swindled out of $72,000. It's a case the jury will sort out in a Scott County courtroom. Jason Kellen says he agreed to buy a boat from Grace Marine in LeClaire. According to Kellen, they worked out a deal over email and discussed how to transfer payment. Kellen says he wired $72,000 to BMO Bank at the request of Grace Marine. The problem is, the business never got the money. According to Kellen's lawsuit, hackers had taken over Grace Marine's email system and posed as the business when it told Kellen where to wire the money. He says Grace Marine knew about the attack but is refusing to reimburse him. For its part, Grace Marine denies responsibility and denies most of Kellen's story ever even happened. TV6 Investigates had a conversation with Grace Marine's lawyer at Lane & Waterman, who sent a statement saying, Grace Marine vehemently denies the allegations made by Mr. Kellen in his lawsuit. Grace Marine denies that it was the target of a ransomware attack that caused Kellen's alleged damages or jeopardized its customers' data. Grace Marine looks forward to vigorously defending itself against this lawsuit and presenting its defense in court. TV6 Investigates also reached out to Kellen's lawyer in South Dakota, but didn't get a response. Kellen said he made a report with the Clare Police Department in May. TV6 Investigates has reached out for a copy. We'll follow up when we hear more. Kellen is asking for his losses and punitive damages. In Illinois, you can now vote on a new state flag. It also allows those seeking a name change to ask the court to impound the related court documents. The bill still needs a signature from Governor J.B. Pritzker to become a law. If it's approved, it will go into effect March 1st. A Texas man has been arrested for stalking basketball star Caitlin Clark. Authorities say 55-year-old Michael Lewis was arrested Sunday in Indianapolis. He is charged with felony stalking after contacting Clark via social media. Authorities say the messages directed to Clark included numerous threats. Lewis is expected to appear in court in Indianapolis on Tuesday. Now a look at weather in the Quad Cities area. A blast of cold Arctic air and blustery winds will plunge us into the deep freeze over the next 48 hours. Temperatures struggled into the teens this afternoon, and lows are expected to tumble back into the single digits late tonight and into Tuesday morning. Factor in those brisk westerly winds, and the feels-like temperatures could tumble to -15 for some locations during the overnight hours. Because of the potential for dangerously cold conditions, we've issued a first alert day through early Tuesday morning. Frostbite can happen in less than 5 minutes, so it's important to prepare for cold weather and bundle up. We'll see some sunshine and minor recovery Tuesday afternoon with highs in the teens. We're back in the 20s by Wednesday, with temperatures warming to either side of the 40-degree mark Thursday. It gets even warmer Friday, with highs in the mid to upper 40s. Cold air returns just in time for the weekend. Stay up to date with the weather team by downloading the KWQC First Alert weather app. That wraps up your on-the-go headlines for Monday, January 13th. In the TV6 newsroom, I'm Heidi Connect.